Hey guys, Rachel here. So recently, Canada's Immigration Minister, Mark Miller, announced plans to crack down on fake job offers in permanent residence applications. One way he's looking to address this issue is by removing the additional bonus points in the express entry system for candidates with job offers backed by an LMIA. While this isn't official yet, based on the minister's track record, there's a good chance that we could see this change implemented soon. Now, why is this important for international students? Well, many of you have long-term goals of staying in Canada and often look to the express entry system as a pathway to achieve PR. For some, having an LMIA-backed job offer has been a way to boost your points and improve your chances of getting an invitation. But if this change goes through, it could shift your plans. And that's exactly why I wanted to tackle this topic so you can stay informed and prepared. So let's back it up a bit. What is an LMIA anyway? Well, an LMIA, or Labor Market Impact Assessment, is basically a document that allows a Canadian employer to hire a foreign worker. Employers typically apply for an LMIA when they can't find a Canadian citizen, permanent resident, or anyone on an open work permit to fill a job vacancy in their company. So here's how it works. If an employer can't find someone locally to fill the position, they may consider hiring a foreign worker. To do this, they submit an LMIA application to the ESDC for approval, which is short for this. If the ESDC issues a positive LMIA, it means the employer is authorized to hire a foreign worker for the job. And with this approval, the foreign worker can then apply for a work permit to work for that employer in the specified role, under set conditions, and for a defined period in Canada. Now, I've noticed that people often confuse the term job offer. Even I made that mistake myself. A regular job offer is simply a letter from a company inviting you to work for them. But in the context of immigration, a job offer refers to one supported by an LMIA, which is a government-approved document that allows a Canadian employer to officially hire a foreign worker. Now let's talk about one of the biggest advantages of an LMIA, which is significantly boosting your points for PR. Here's how it works. So Canada's Express Entry program, a major pathway to PR, uses a points-based system, right? So candidates earn points based on factors like age, education, and work experience. And basically, the higher your score, the better your chances of getting invited to apply for PR. Now, one key way to earn extra points is through arranged employment, which typically requires an LMIA-approved job offer. The number of points you can earn depends on your job skill level, determined by Canada's tier system, which stands for this. And basically, for senior management positions, you can gain a 200-point boost, while other skilled jobs in tier categories 1, 2, or 3 can add 50 points to your score. These extra points can truly be the difference between staying in the express entry pool or receiving an invitation to apply for PR. The reason I say this is because recent CRS cutoff trends typically fall in the low to mid 500 range. So imagine you're sitting at 450 points. While that's a decent score, it's likely not enough in today's competitive system. But with a 50-point boost from an LMIA-backed job offer, your score jumps to 500, suddenly putting you in a much stronger position to get invited. Even better, if you qualify for a 200-point boost, those extra points could almost guarantee your selection for PR in the next draws. So, as you can see, the additional points from an LMIA can truly be a game changer in your immigration journey. So if LMIA bonus points are such a game changer, why would the minister consider removing them, right? Well, the short answer is to combat LMIA fraud. LMIA fraud has become a serious issue and a form of immigration abuse, and here's how it works. So some employers exploit desperate workers by offering LMIA-backed job offers for a fee. These fees can range anywhere from 25,000 to 45,000 Canadian dollars, often for jobs that don't even exist. Essentially, employers are charging outrageous amounts for fake LMIAs, capitalizing on the high demand from foreign workers willing to pay these steep prices to boost their CRS scores or prolong their stay in Canada. But is it fair to put all the blame on employers? After all, they're the ones committing fraud and exploiting vulnerable individuals, right? Well, not entirely. Foreign workers who knowingly pay for these fake LMIAs are also complicit in these schemes. So it's fair to say both parties share responsibility for perpetuating this fraudulent practice. And guys, the government is well aware of this, which is why they're proposing to remove LMIA bonus points from the express entry system. So, if these points are removed, two major changes will happen. First, a decrease in demand for fake LMIAs, obviously. Without the extra points, candidates would have less incentive to seek or pay fraudulent LMIAs. Second, a drop in the market price for fake LMIAs. So, with this out of the equation, employers engaging in fraud would lose incentive to sell fake LMIAs. In theory, this change will make it harder for bad actors to profit from these schemes, which then helps restore integrity to the system. Now, if there's one thing we've noticed about Mark Miller, Canada's current immigration minister, it's his tendency to announce plans early and then implement them swiftly. His recent decisions like changes to the post-graduation work permit program, spousal open work permit eligibility, and reducing numbers for temporary and permanent residents reflect this pattern. So it's fair to assume he might approach removing LMIA bonus points for the CRS scoring system similarly. And if history is any guide, we could see this plan rolled out in the coming months, perhaps even sooner. Now, the big question. If LMIA bonus points are removed, will it lower the CRS cutoff? While we can't say for sure, we can make an educated guess. So looking at the 2023 Express Entry Program report, 19% of all invitations to apply were issued to candidates with arranged employment. While noticeable, this isn't a massive share of the total ITAs. With that, I predict removing these points would likely lower the CRS cutoff slightly by around 10 to 20 points, bringing future cutoffs to 490 to the 520 range. But then again, guys, this is just an educated guess. But yeah, it's not a massive decrease as everyone expected, but it could make a difference for candidates close to the finish line, giving them a little hope in getting an ITA. Now, I get it. This might seem like drastic or bad news. It feels like a key factor to boost your CRS score is being taken away. But I believe removing the LMIA bonus points is actually a step in the right direction for a few key reasons. 1. Leveling the playing field. The extra points for arranged employment give LMIA candidates a big advantage over others. So removing them creates a more balanced system for all candidates. 2. Combating fraud. Eliminating these points removes the opportunity for bad actors to exploit the system, which translates to less fraud. And 3. Promoting fairness. Candidates using fake arranged employment shouldn't have an advantage over honest applicants. So removing these points ensures everyone is assessed on their true merit. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think removing the additional points for arranged employment is a good idea? Or do you think the government might revise the system instead of eliminating these points altogether? Or are there other additional categories you think should be reviewed from the scoring system to make the express entry system more equitable? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. And who knows, right? Your voice might contribute to meaningful change. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, drop a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. And as always, thanks for watching, take care and be kind, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.